Alright, it's ResurgentMule here again with MulesCraft, and I've got a couple fellas with me here today again that I'll introduce shortly. And this is their castle. So this is one of the main areas of the server that we want to go over early on because there's a lot of stuff that actually goes on here. And believe it or not, this actually used to be our old spawn way back when. It actually recently just got converted into a location because the builds around it just got so massive that we just had to stop here because people were like, people with poor computers were logging in with poor FPS, and it just became this whole ordeal. So we're gonna have a video here today, and just in a second I'm gonna introduce some guys. But real quick, I'm just gonna give a quick flyby of top-down view of spawn or castle rather, and what it looks like. And there's actually a really big cathedral back there. That's player built in survival, by the way, that cathedral. And here's another view of it. And I'll get a little bit of this back. Okay, so we're going to head on down into where you warp castle. This is, like I said, this is now a warp on the server, and I'm just going to fly through the park here, this little mini park, and we're going to go see who we have with us this time. Alright, so we have AttractiveAce right here in the green, working the green sparkle trail effect. Say hello, Ace.
Hello.
And then we have Chives, our other admin, and Ace is an admin, by the way. Here's Chives, our other admin.
Hello.
And then we have Erico over here, our lead moderator. Say hello, Erico.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Erico's also going to be one of the ones that does a lot of the videos, so be watching out for him. And then we have Zing, another moderator that's going to be doing a lot of videos. Say hello, Zing.
Hello.
And then we have Retro Ownage, another moderator that's here because he's king.
Hello.
And, so there's Retro. So we got a couple things we want to demo today. One of them is our engine plugin here that shows our top played players. And we have a couple of these in every little city or place across the server that just demo different stats. And here's our top voters for the month. And we have weekly, daily. We have all kinds of cool stats for people. So you'll be sure to check those out when you're here. And then we have I think we have a staff wall over here too. So we have all of our staff listed here, and in every city usually they're listed there as well. And I'm sure you'll get to meet all the staff eventually in the later videos. I just kind of briefly fly over them here so you can see them. And then we have our walls, our warp walls that are everywhere. So the warp walls are like this. We have city warps here, and we're covering castle, which is technically considered a city, although it's not listed as one because it has tons of stuff. It just doesn't have an event that it hosts like the other cities. And then we have our warp wall of player chest shops. These are all player owned. Most of them are VIPs. Some of them have just been bought in the cities because you can buy shops there if you're not a VIP or if you're a VIP. And we'll go demo. I think let's go demo the chest shops first, right? So why don't you guys, the owners here, I know some of you were VIPs before you became staff. Why don't you go to your shops, and when we get to them, we'll kind of tour them and go through there. So you can actually just warp castle to get to all of these, or warp to the individual shops. And like I say, you just get your own little like section. Here's Paintman's and Feng Shui, and this is your shop, right, Erico?
Yep.
You have a couple shops on the server. This isn't your only one, right?
Yeah, this is my third one. I share two others with Chives.
Okay, that's what I thought. And a bunch of players have a bunch of different shops. I think Chives is his is right across the way, isn't it? So Chives is over here, and we have chest shop tutorials on a lot of these chest shops as well. So we're really helpful about getting them set up, and I mean these guys can probably attest to it. I think Chives, you probably own the most shops on the server, right?
Yes.
That's what I figured. Another thing, all of our staff, believe it or not, every single player on this server plays pure survival. There's no admin favoritism or anything like that you see on other servers. So any staff here that have things, they've earned them in survival, and I can back that up. So we'll go down another layer or two here to see if we can get to some shops that haven't been bought out yet. Here's a rich fella's shop. Who's this? Does anybody know whose shop this is? Retro shop. Oh boy.
Jeez, Retro.
Diamond blocks on the entranceway. Like you're not showing that off. Let's see if we can go down another layer. I hope I didn't pass yours up, Zing. I'm sure it's here somewhere. I may pass Zing's
Yeah,
up.
it's right here. It's right next door now.
Alright, let's do a warp Zing shop then. Alright, that worked. And Zing's shop is about as empty as it gets. He's buying dirt. Amazing shop, Zing. Way to represent the server there.
Represent.
And if you're wondering what these little sparkly trails are, those are actually available to be bought by all the players on the server. We're going to have a video up of that next week, so be sure to be watching for that. It'll be called the Trails Video of MulesCraft or something of the sort. So be ready to do that. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to warp Castle to get out of here faster. And now we're back at the castle again at the top, above all the chest shops. So if you buy VIP, you get a shop down in there for free. So that is something definitely worth doing on this server because, I mean, the perks are just ridiculous what you get, and it's definitely worth getting if you're coming here. So, Retro, are you set up to gel our test subject?
Yep, just give me 1 second.
Alright, so here's MulesCraft, the gel of the server. Before we ban people that have given us grief, you know, spamming our chat or whatever, we like to take a picture of them, put them up on what we call the griefing wall of shame on our website at MulesCraft.engine.com, which will be in the link below. And our server IP will also be down there, but it's MulesCraft.com. And we love gelling people that love the troll. Like that's become a big hobby of mine, especially because it's one thing I get to do in my downtime. Are we ready to gel?
Yep.
Let's do it. So I'm gonna walk out here. There's a little bit of a reload snag with it. There's Miner now. You'll see she's our resident inmate, and she's been jailed for 10 minutes. Then 4, I guess he left off the reason, but it was going to be YouTube. So good job there, Retro.
Hell yeah.
So Miner's in there for 10 minutes. And I think Miner can do 2 commands. She can actually do /gel status to see, and I don't know if you can see the signs in there. She can do /gel status to see her status or /gel pay to even pay her way out. Miner, why don't you pay your way out and show them that you can do it? And Miner, you're here too, right? Why don't you talk? I'm sorry, I didn't let you introduce you.
You mean you're not going to introduce the random test subject?
Yeah, Miner's a member on the server, but she's a well-loved member. She does good work sometimes. Other times not so much, but she's fun. Are you ready to pay out, Miner?
That depends. Are you going to reimburse me?
Oh boy, yeah, we can probably work something out. So if you want to go ahead and pay out, we'll reimburse you for your test subject costs. Just take it up with Chives. We're waiting on you.
It's not working.
Alright, we'll get it working later. Anyways, moving on. It normally works. We'll blame that on mine.
That's okay, guys. I'll just hang out here.
You have to /gel pay and then, you know, space type the amount and hit enter, I think. Like I think you have to say the amount. But anyways. So next let's go ahead and we'll leave Miner there. She'll figure it out eventually. And we're going to go ahead and tour the admin shop. We have 2 of these. Well, 4 technically if you want to count the buy and sell at each of them. This is the sell version. Every player is allowed access to sell to these signs, every single one on the server, at both shops. Prices vary like in the real world economy. So all you got to do is just click the sign and you sell that amount of leather so 5 leather for $2. And we have tutorials on this stuff. It's real easy. And then the buy shop is restricted only to VIP. I think our signs here have all this handled really well, and you can actually click that balance sign and it'll give you your balance. So on the second floor here at Castle, and you can warp cast shop to get here, you can actually go into the VIP shop, which is for VIP members. You can buy items from the admins themselves. So for example, you can buy 64 clay for $10. And that's the perk of being a VIP, and it even looks like a little VIP area. You know, you get flowers and glowstone. So I'm pretty sure that concludes it for our castle, unless I'm missing something else. We have some stables over here, and you know, little aesthetic builds. I think we have Mule's Mighty Mule. Is he still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
Mule's Mighty Mule. Right there it is. That's my mule. Never ride him, but he's stayed this whole time. Bless his heart. Miner, have you found your way out yet?
I have.
Aha, so my command did work.
No, it didn't, but I have connections.
Oh, so she got on jailed. Well, never mind then. I guess we'll have to deal with that later. But the next video should be of a city called Bergstad. This is our castle. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we hope to see you again soon.